Welcome back to the channel. Today we are solving another LeetCode problem, that is 57, insert interval. So before jumping into the solution, I would highly recommend you should read the problem statement on your own and give at least 15 to 30 minutes to this problem. So let's get right into it. What problem is asking that you are given certain intervals and those intervals are sorted in increasing order, but you have to insert a new interval in those intervals, and the property of sorted according to the start should be preserved. This is your problem. So let's solidify by taking an test case. What I'm saying, new interval 2,5. So what we have to do is, so when we take 1,3 and compare with 2,5, do they overlap? Yeah, they overlap. So what it now becomes is 1,5. Does this 1,5 overlap with 6,9? No. So they are both independent, and this is what we have to return. This is not the only case of overlapping. There are many cases we will discuss, but this is what you have to do. You have to make changes to this, and still the sorted should be remain. So I hope this much is clear now. There are three cases, majorly three cases which we have to handle. So this is our current interval, current, and let's discuss this one. If our new interval is something like this is our new interval, if situation like this happens, what to do? Do nothing. Do nothing. Or if something like this happens, what to do? Do nothing. You don't have to do nothing, but for the time being. But if something like this happens, this or this or this is overlapping, what you have to do? What you have to do? Make changes. What type of changes you have to make is that if you make them overlap, this will change. How to make this amend is minimum of this new interval start and the current interval start. This is how we update this case, and how we check these. The end is by max of new end and current end. This is how we update it. So this much we have to do in the case of overlapping. Now this much is clear. I said that you have to do nothing in this case. You have to do something, but this is what, in overview, what we are doing. Let's consider these two, what we have to do. So I will explain in the algo only. So what we are doing is we have to compare our new interval with every interval, because we cannot know magically that it will overlap or it will fall in the above three cases. So we will do the iteration. This much is clear. We will have to compare the new interval with everyone. So, and also it will not be easy to insert in between and update. So we will take a new vector comma vector of vector to insert these. That much is clear. So now let's understand how we are handling these. So let's take this one case. If the, what is this, if the current end is smaller than the new interval start, so what to do? we don't have to change anything. We just push this inside our vector comma vector, not vector comma vector, vector of vector, the answer, because there is no overlapping and it is also a smaller interval, so and sorting should be maintained, so that's why we have to insert it. Nothing changed, very easy. Just push the current interval. That is easy. Now let's take this case, this one, second one. If the new interval is less, if the what is it, if the new end is less than to whom, to this start of current. If this is less than the start of current, so what we do, we have to do something. So what we are doing over here is, if these are the interval and we found this case, something like this, inserted to be inserted here, because it is smaller than this current, if this is the current, so we need sorted, so the smaller one should be at front. What we do, we will push this inside our answer. This one would be already pushed, and this, the new interval will be pushed. The new interval will be pushed. Why? For obvious reason, because we want to maintain the sorting. So this one will be pushed. That's it. But what about this? What about the current? Do we have to update this new interval? Yeah, we have to update this new interval, because we will not compare this with this again. Why? First of all, it's no more valid because we have got the place, and also think programmatically, you will not be able to decide others, because if this sequence was correct, if you make this the new interval, this will automatically fill inside our answer vector, fill inside the answer vector, because this case will again and again occur, this one, because we have to put everyone inside the answer vector that is not overlapping. That much is true. So we will make this as a new, and we keep on doing it. You should dry run this on your own. It's little difficult to make you understand that this will no longer be the new interval. This will be the new interval that we have to insert, because this is not his position. Now we have to decide where to keep it. So this much is clear. Now other is else case. So where we have to overlap. This is also easy. We will update the new interval only. Why? Because when we update this, we have taken care of this, but it doesn't mean that this will stop till this. We can have other interval and it can overlap with it, so we will just update the new interval and see to how much it is overlapping. So new interval start will be updated. That start would something look like this, the minimum of current and the new start and start as discussed above, and new interval end will be max of current end and new end. So this much is clear. Why? Because starts are updated, this end is much greater than this, so this interval should look like this, and new interval will not be changed. Something like this will not happen. I already told you why, because we don't know to how much it will be overlapping. So this much is understandable. And also why we change this to this current to new interval because we have to find this new position, his new position. That much is clear. And this is very easy case. We just have to push it inside our answer, vector comma vector. So I hope this much is clear. Let's take an example of that overlapping part that we don't know how much it will overlap. So yeah, as you can see, we have 4,8. So does it overlap with 1,2? 1,2 is somewhere here and of current is somewhere here. What we do, we just push it. So this is our answer. We just pushed it. Now we are over here 3,5. 3,5. This is 3,5 and this is 4,8. This is overlapping. What we do, we update. So we take minimum is 3, and what is the minimum? Not minimum, the maximum, 8. So we have not pushed till now. We have 5 comma not 3,8. We have this. We will check with 6,7. Is it still overlapping? Yeah, it is overlapping. 3,8 and 6,7. No, it is covering whole 6,7. 6,7. So it will be overlapped fully. Nothing will be changed. We get to 8,10. Now 8,10. This is something like this situation. These are overlapping. So what we do? We make them a 1. So in 3,8, in 3,8 and 8,10, which one is minimum? 3. And which one is maximum? 10. And after that 12,16 is not overlapping, and we also push this and it is not overlapping. It is something like this. There has some gap, so we'll just push it. Yeah, so this is our dry run, and also proof that it doesn't mean that it will overlap with one interval. It can overlap with many. So you have to keep on checking that this new interval is overlapping or not. Let's see the code. Yeah, this is our vector comma vector, not vector comma vector, vector of vector, 2D vector basically. Answer which I was talking about. We will iterate over the interval, as you can see. And what we are doing, the very first case, if interval start is greater than the interval, current interval, it is current interval. I should have write current interval instead of iterator. This is this case. This is new and this is current. So it is much greater. What we will do is just push the current. That's why I written after. Other case is if the new one is before. How we check this is if the new interval end is very much less than the start of the current interval. What we do, we will push that current into the answer and change our current to new interval, because we have to decide this current vector's position, because we have to maintain them sorted. This much is clear. Now what else? The overlapping cases. So what we do is basically change in the new interval only, make it the start will be the minimum obviously, and the end will be the max as discussed. So we'll keep on pushing and doing, keep on comparing and pushing into the answer. And after that, why I wrote this, because sometimes this case can happen that what can happen is, this is new interval, it took everyone inside it. It took this and this, it took this and this, and after that we get out of the loop. So no condition of these two happens. So what to do? We have to make that new interval included in the answer. So that's why we do this, and let's submit it and see if it is running or not. Yeah, it is running. I hope I was able to make my intuition pretty much clear. And also there is no algorithm over here, just basic programming thing. That's why I took it. Little observation, that's it. And if I did add something to your problem solving, so consider subscribing to this channel, and you have to do what you have to do. So keep grinding. You guys are awesome. See you in the next one. Bye bye. And also like this video and share with everyone. So bye bye.